You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Battered Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 296 of the Battered Herons podcast. I'm your host, Dan Uganata, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I love last-minute goals. There's nothing better.
The game is over, though, right? I started the show because you said the game is over, but I'm seeing text messages saying that they're about to take they're reviewing a PK, so I don't know what's going on right now.
Are you serious? Are they reviewing?
I don't know. I'm going off of what you said. I think the game is over. So we're going to go. It's a good game. All right. So the chat's saying the game's over. All right. The game is over. The Herons are back 70 days away. Oh, actually, let me change this. You see how it says January 18th, 32 days left?
Yes.
No,
that's right.
That
it's
is
actually
incorrect. It is actually midnight. Let me change
right
that
after
quick.
midnight. I got a joke for you guys. I don't know if I should say the joke right now. Luis Suarez walks into a bar and 3 strikers come out. Who are they? Because we have none. You're supposed to laugh. It was a joke.
I wasn't sure if that was the punchline. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right. I apologize.
Boom.
Yeah. It would have been better if I would have known that was a punchline.
Yeah, sorry.
All right. There's pens and friendlies. No way.
No way, dude.
Look at that.
Are you serious?
This is going to become a watch along. Look at this.
Are you serious? Is this really what's happening right now?
I guess so. So we blew our load early, apparently.
That tends to happen.
So I guess we'll be watching this as we go along. All right, Chris.
Does that mean that Aviles has a chance to get a brace?
I mean, those penalties afterwards don't count as official goals. All right. Well, I guess we'll start doing the show as the PKs go.
Oh my goodness, they really are. Hold on, they really are setting up for PKs.
This is what happens when instead of me checking it out, I listen to Chris. Chris said the game.
What do you
over.
mean? I thought that the game was over. This is a friendly competition. I thought that the game was officially over.
As far as an audio podcast, this is about to be absolutely horrible.
I mean, should we just
No, we're not going to exit out of here and start over.
I mean, no, I'm saying, should we do this and then get out and then come back in?
No, let's just keep going. All right. So, how many people wish that Drake was the goalie right now? Not that the winner loss matters, but I mean, I guess we're going to finally get to see a little more about this Rocco kid, which I'm sure we're going to get into in a little bit later.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess while we're waiting for...
No, let's talk about the game as we're watching this. So, atmosphere-wise, let's start off with, I think, the biggest thing. No smoke bombs. I gotta hit up Ivan. Full of crap, Ivan.
Where the bombs at?
Yeah, where the bombs at? I thought we were about to get showered in yellow and absolutely nothing.
All right, so we're about to start right now. And here we go with the first PK. And, with the stop.
Yeah, that was hard.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, that'll make up for your blunder that you did getting scored on. I mean, it won't, but that was nice. It was nice. I'm not going to lie. It was a nice little block.
What did you think about the atmosphere? I know I saw videos of the crowd walking in. They came in deep. Club America.
Oh, yeah. Club America really showed up. What? Redondo is the first PK taker? What? What are we doing?
Play here?
I mean, we're not doing play-by-play. I'm just questioning, why is Redondo the number 1 penalty kicker? Look, he's setting up. What? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. You blew it.
Who else would you have taken?
And I thought that Bryce Duke was bad. I mean, this is insane.
No, that's not. I mean, a lot of people will go over because they try to go over 90.
Oh, my. But don't do that. You're not that guy. Look at this. Mitch, yeah, he freaking nuked it.
Yeah.
So this is basically gonna mess up the whole stream.
I really wish we wouldn't have gone on this early. This is horrible. Anyway, so I guess while we keep watching this, as far as the starting 11, were you surprised that the starters were out there that long?
Yes, I actually was. And then I actually looked at the starting 11 and I'm like, this is like regular season starting. I mean, what is this? I mean, what is this for this penalty? Everybody and their mother is missing. Like we can go on the pitch and score goals.
But that's because everybody likes to go upper 90. And yeah, it's not just a Redondo thing. It's something very common and it's not necessarily easier to do.
I mean, this. But you're playing against the backup goalkeeper. Officially, you guys, Club America has been facing our third string goalkeeper.
Okay, well, I guess we'll talk in general terms then. We could talk in general terms while this finishes up.
Yeah.
If we play Club America in the Champions Cup final,
Martinez banger.
I can't say that they were necessarily impressive. I mean, I'm sorry, impressed. No. Yeah, impressive, because we've been off for 2 months. We've been training for about a week. They played their final, 3 weeks ago? Like,
yes,
they're and this team is a 3-time defending champion. Like, they haven't just gotten together now. It's like this is the best that Mexico has to offer right now.
Yes, it's like what you told our guest last week when we covered the game. At the end of the day, if you guys don't slaughter us with your starters, we're not scared of you. And the fact that we ended this game 2-2 or 1-1, right?
Look at that. Look at Rocco.
I mean, look, Rocco is our third string keeper.
America hasn't scored a PK yet.
He looks like Jesus in goalie gloves. He is unstoppable. This is Brad Guzan 5.0 right now, guys.
Chris. What are you talking about? Shut up.
I mean, this is Brad Guzan 5.0. Listen, guys, and now Gressel's going to say, lock it. It's locked. Lock it in. Did you guys make your bet for a Gressel PK today? Lock it in. I'm calling it right now. I'm not even going to look down at my screen.
Why are you the way you are? This is why you can't bet. You are horrible. Stop betting.
Oh, he missed it.
Yes, he flew it. He skied it over. Just like your boy Redondo, just like I told you. A lot of people do.
All right. Don't put the house on it, guys. I hope you didn't.
Chris is like the jinx. Like, there is no bigger jinx than your boy here, Chris Duran. Absolutely horrible.
You know that Bright's going to come through and going to drill this. So getting back to it, like you mentioned to our guest.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
Listen, I just called it and I called it. That's it. It happened. It's already done. It's gone. It's in the past. Right there, bottom corner. So you're right, dude. It's like what you mentioned to the guest. If you guys didn't beat us or handle us convincingly, we're not scared of you. This is going to be a very competitive game if we ever have to play Club America later.
Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of any team that plays in the North American continent, honestly, when we're into Miami. I do understand that Mexican teams have more salary and probably have a deeper roster. But with our top, shut up, Chris.
Sorry. Okay.
Jesus Christ. With our starting 11,
got him.
I think that we can compete with absolutely anybody.
Yes.
So Mascherano's looked impressed. So
we can.
We
really can.
I am not worried. I'm looking forward to the Champions Cup because I really do think we're going to win it.
What did you think of and yes, Matty Ice, SoFlo Soccer, shout out to SoFlo Soccer. Uf Ruiz, the composure. Don't damn me.
Seemed impressed.
Yeah, of course, because he knows that David Ruiz is that
block
guy.
This, we win.
If we block it, then we win. And then we can actually start talking about the game. Yeah. And then we're going to have to see what ends up happening. And nope, it's not happening.
So who kicks it for the win? Who's coming up? Bright?
It's got to be Bright, right? Or is it Leo Alfonso?
No, it's going to be Morales.
Morales? No way.
Yes.
No way.
They're going to give his dad the Kumbaya story.
No way. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
Morales. You
Oh
think
no,
so?
it's gonna be
Oh,
your
it's fucking Jello,
Please
bro.
don't miss it because I don't want to hear Bigote and all these other people talk crap about him.
Well,
All right, so
he just gave a besito to the ball. So
all right, so let's see. Let's put this to bed so we could go ahead, say we beat Club America, and start talking about the game. I apologize for anybody listening on audio. I know this is a rough start to the stream, but we didn't know that this was going to PKs.
Oh my god! And now it keeps going. Is it going to be goalie versus goalie soon?
No, it has to go after 10.
Oh my goodness!
And then for Juan saying Liga MX superior, I think that your top clubs are superior.
This is their top club, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know.
This is it.
In general, their top clubs are better than a lot of the MLS teams. I'll give him that. But as
they have no cap.
As a league, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No, that's not true. It's not true.
So what did you think of the starting 11? Because on the starting 11, I'm going to look at the lineup right now.
Well, I like that they started in a 4-4-2. I was a little surprised that Fafa and Robert Taylor were in there. That really surprised me. And that Robert Taylor was kind of playing. Look, another one over the top.
Oh, my God.
So can we go back and apologize to Redondo when you're making it sound like it's just a Redondo thing? Robert Taylor was essentially playing the Julian Gressel role from last year.
Yes, he was. I mean, look, you didn't download the starting lineup, did you?
I did. I was waiting to put it up until this stupid thing. Oh, see, there you go, Morales.
Oh, Morales. Is he gonna ice it? Is he gonna ice it?
Man. He's gonna go hug his dad, and it's gonna be that happy moment. That's how we're gonna start off this year.
This is it right here. I mean, this is it right here.
This is a cool way to start the year, man.
This is a very nice story here. And they mentioned it earlier when he came in the game. Literally only played like 2 minutes. And he's got to come. He's making it. He's making it. Yeah, I know. No, did you see that? He put like some real ill sauce on that.
Go hug your pops. See,
yeah.
That's why I thought he was gonna be the 5th kicker. They saved him for the 6th. Chilo did that on purpose.
Yeah, that was a very nice.
Chilo with the assist.
Look at that. Javier Mascherano's like, I got you, Morales.
There you go. Go hug your pops.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice story. It's nice.
This is a very cool way to start the season.
Yes, this is super, super cool. Very nice.
Now, how do you think Blue America teams are feeling? Or people like Juan that said that Liga MX is superior? Because we've been in training for what, 4 or 5 days now?
Listen, it's been 4 or 5 days and we're capped. Liga MX teams are not capped.
And half of our squad isn't even with us yet.
Ben Krem is playing today for USA.
We got Segovia, Allende, Falcon.
Farias is in Miami.
Farias might be with our squad. Like, we have so many players that aren't even with us yet. I'm sorry, Club America, I am not worried about you. Drake Calendar, I am not worried about Club America. So, it is what it is. But it looks like we're starting our post-game reaction show 15 minutes into the show. So, Chris, they're on to back.
Yes.
All right. That's it. They're literally back. It was nice. After 70 days, we are back. And we started with, it's technically a draw. We can call it a dub, whatever you want. But it was just fun watching the team back and playing some footy.
Well, I think it was nice. Look, like I said, it felt good. I think there's a father and son hug right there. And they didn't want to make it bigger than what it is, but it's a nice moment. Look, I was just happy because finally we had some football back. Finally, we had some Inter Miami football back. It was a good game. It felt really good to watch it, even though it was a preseason game. It felt important. I put up a tweet saying that this didn't feel like a preseason game. Did it feel like a preseason game or no? Because it didn't to me.
Why?
Because it felt like it was more stakey. It felt more aggressive. It felt more like, like they're trying to obviously work things out. Like 4-4-2, who would have expected us to play a 4-4-2? But at the end, it worked out. So And then we got Christian with a $2 super slam today. I'm back. We're back. Cello's back, baby.
Christian, where you been? Cello's back, baby. We're gonna get into Cello because people are something else, man.
Listen, even Jay Vasquez agrees with me. It didn't feel like a preseason game.
I was just happy to see them playing again. Right? It's been too long.
What is podcast coaching, Soccer Daddy? What do I need? Podcast coaching.
All right. I do not think. Look, Cello was awful. We're gonna get into this, but let's go in order. I didn't think Cello was awful.
Let's go in order.
All right. So let's start off. So we already covered the atmosphere. No yellow smoke. No bombs. We didn't get bombed. We gotta call out Ivan whenever we play against them in the final because that's when we play in the final. But this was the starting lineup. We had a 4-4-2. We had the double pivot, Busquets and Redondo with Fafa and Taylor out wide, and then Suarez and Messi up top. That's more or less how I felt like they stayed the majority of the game. I guess at some points it looked maybe like a 4-3-3 with Fafa pushing up on the left side, but for the most part, I thought it was a 4-4-2. What did you think about the starting lineup and the formation that we watched today?
Well, I mean, look, we always are accustomed to see Robert Taylor on the left, so the fact that he was over on the right mid, it was kind of weird. Fafa, it seems like you could tell that maybe they're trying to incorporate him into that position, which it's kind of weird. It's a weird thing to watch. I mean, look, the back four is the same, right? Allen, Aviles, Wegan, Alba. So
I did not bother to Photoshop it because they're gonna have new images out with probably the striped kit soon. So I'm not gonna work smarter, not harder. It's okay. I promise you, by the time February 18th comes out, we'll have a crisp image for you. But we're still warming up. Also, this is preseason for us. Also,
I like the starting lineup in terms of I like the fact that he came out guns blazing. Mascherano, he wants to bring out his best players, put out his best players. It's unfortunate that Bright didn't start. That's one thing that I kind of picked up on. I was just kind of sad for that.
I've seen a lot of okay, so we just started our first preseason game, and I'm already seeing the hate.
Yeah,
everybody's rusty, guys.
It's the first game after 4 days of
come on. No, and no, everybody hating on the fact that I didn't give Rocco or Fafa the kit. I'm not gonna put them in that ugly pink kit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wait. I promise you, by the next preseason game, I'll do it. I'll do it for the next preseason game.
Listen, and Ocode said, dude, we won. Yes, we did win. And Jorge Garriga with a $4.99 super slam here. He says, Cholo was awful. And Avi was the greatest player of all time. Just kidding.
I thought Aviles played well also.
I think it's fair that he didn't get a yellow card, so that's I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that. Didn't get a yellow card. And Kerry, this is a perfect point. How do you miss the entire goal?
Who was it? Redondo?
I mean, a couple guys missed the entire goal.
No, Cello was blocked. Redondo skied it over. I can't remember.
I think, honestly...
I think Club America looked a lot worse than Inter Miami did as far as penalty kicks go.
Well, I think that Club America, one thing that they kind of killed us on, and I don't know if you're done with this starting 11, but the starting 11, I liked it.
Are you surprised that you saw Noah Allen out there? Off the top of my head, I can't think of who else would have started, though. I don't think we have any.
David Martinez.
Oh,
Martinez would have started.
Are you surprised that we saw Noah Allen instead of David Martinez? That surprised me. Because out of this, Robert Taylor playing right mid and Noah Allen starting center back. Those are the two surprises for me.
I actually had a feeling that Taylor was going to play over Gressel. Allen, I felt like he would play because he did well at center back last year. So I feel like and look, Kerry's saying here, Allen did great.
But when I thought about this season, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad that I'm seeing Noah Allen continue to get minutes at center back. I think he did well last year also. But I really thought because Franco Negri isn't here anymore, that Noah Allen was going to just slide into the backup left back role, come in as a sub late in games if Jordi Alba needs to spell,
Okay.
or be a depth piece at center back. That's fine. I was not expecting, and again, it's the first preseason game, but I was not expecting to see Noah Allen there.
And I didn't expect a couple things, but like, look, Judas is saying, here we go, overreacting to one friendly. Listen, we're just trying, we're not overreacting. It was a fair.
The chat. I'm pointing at you, everybody in the chat. You guys are wild.
Yeah, well, look, listen, there's a couple things that you kind of expected, a couple things that you were like, oh man, this is kind of weird. Allen played a great game, I think.
I thought Noah Allen had a good game. I thought Aviles had a pretty decent game.
Like a sub the stream, guys. Come on.
Can I tell you what I think happened with Chelo before we go into the rundown of the first half and everything?
Sure.
And if you guys aren't a part of the Discord, I'll put the link in the description afterwards, or ask me for it on Twitter, and I'll send you the link, because it's hard to keep up during the games because the Discord is just like running. So, and I don't have time to read everything. But I did see somebody say in the Discord at some point, say, Chelo's so bad that they're picking on him, they keep going down that side. Now, Brian Rodriguez is down that side. And it looks like America just likes to build up that side. I don't think it was so much that it was Chelo. I think they just like building up the left. Kind of like Inter Miami. Whoever we play against, somebody could look at it and be like, oh, that team's right back must suck because Inter Miami is picking on them. No, they're not picking on them. We just like Jordi Alba building up the left side. It's not necessarily the defender. It's the fact that we like to build up the left side. And that guy, Brian Rodriguez, was balling. So I don't think that Chelo had a horrible game. I don't think that they were picking on Chelo. I think that they just build up the left side a lot. No, I agree, Christian.
This is unacceptable, Leopoldo. America was playing 50%. They reserved their starting lineup to play against us. Leopoldo.
I think he means like effort-wise, probably.
There's no way they're gonna go to that kind of game and play 50%. These guys are not gonna play.
Oh yeah, they wanted it, man. They were busting their ass.
Yeah,
they were busting their ass, and even with that, they only managed 2 goals against our horrible defense.
Yeah, I like this starting lineup. I did feel that Club America, they love switching the play from one side to the next, and they're really effective with that.
Oh yeah, of course. They're the best team in North America, technically.
Yes, they were really effective with that, and that was like I was watching them. I'm like, geez, these guys are annoying as hell with this switching play all the time. Like that was ridiculous. But I like the starting lineup though, Danny. If you ask me, I mean, would I be happy to see the starting lineup later in the future? Yeah, sure, I guess, with a couple kinks, right? I mean,
well, we could break down the players individually in a second. Let's run through the first half, and then we'll go in because I know that the chat is dying to kill some players, and I am here to defend them because that's what I do. Oh wait,
first,
before we go, I'm sorry. Extended minutes. How surprised was you that when halftime ended? Well, first of all, the fact that they just where the fuck did they go? And then that they came back and that they still played an extra 15, 20 minutes after. Were you surprised at how long the starters went?
Oh, yes. No, absolutely. You asked me that in the beginning, and we didn't really touch it because of the penalty fiasco. But yeah, I was actually surprised because I thought the starters were going to be off the pitch within 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, look.
But then Suarez, I saw Club America didn't even take their starters off either.
No, Club America took out 6 starters in the second half.
In the second half, yes, but I'm talking about within
the start the second half, though.
Yes,
start the second half. We actually played them into the second half. Suarez off in the 65th minute, Robert Taylor and Messi 65th minute, Alba Busquets 72nd minute. I get it. It's a big atmosphere, big club that you're playing against, but let's play it safe and not get injured. Yes. Like I was really worried. I was not happy when I saw how long they played. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's really nice seeing them on the pitch again. And but I know I did not like that. But go ahead and I'll argue with everybody in the chat in a little bit because I see that they're all going at my boy Redondo. Redondo, everybody's gonna love Redondo by the end of the season. I'm getting Gomez vibes from last year, January, February, all over again, and I love it. I love it. January, February last year. This is all it was.
This is a great question. Reynolds Stewart is asking, did you guys miss Gomez? And chat, I mean, I guess did you guys miss Gomez? Yes or no? I think Fafa was brought in essentially to be the Gomez because, I mean, shit, he's quick, right? I mean, he's not like as aggressive, but he does have some more sauce in terms of like being able to handle the ball better. So, and then B-Jam is saying, I miss Campana. Listen, I miss him too because we had no other striker other than Luis Suarez. So, first half of the game, guys, I mean, we played with the starters. I think we had like 2 really strong attacks or attempts. I think maybe 3 tops. I mean, we ended up getting scored on before we scored on the 31st minute. Henry Martin ended up getting assisted by Rodriguez. So
that came down the left side where they kept attacking. Yes, everybody kept attacking down the left side.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they were very aggressive. It felt like you knew a goal was coming, right?
Yeah.
You knew that the goal was coming. I will tell you that the way that goal went in, where he kind of centered the ball from the left side, I think Drake gets his hand on it. I don't think it gets to that guy Henry cutting down the right side back post. I think Drake gets his hand on it. Does he deflect it out and somebody else scores? Maybe, but I think he gets his hand on it. I've seen Drake do it a few times already.
I think there was a couple where he would have been a little bit different, right? I mean, we're talking about like, you know, with your feet. Listen, there was one play that I saw that our goalie ended up like on the first touch, the ball went back to him. I think this was in the second half. It was beautiful the way that he just kind of dropped it, first touched it to the ground. But other than that, he's still a blunder. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to save this goalkeeper, Danny.
Oh, I have no intention of saving him.
Yeah.
My God.
I mean, look, Mike B is here saying Rocco should be fired immediately. I mean, we're going to talk about that. We still got stuff.
He's the third string keeper. He's fine.
Marasovic saying keeper was solid today. I mean, for a preseason game, I guess, for a game that has no worth, no matter. I don't know, man. I mean, we get scored on first, but then just a couple minutes later, Messi ends up getting a beautiful header with his 5'6" ass.
Well, we forgot to touch on that. Messi bringing back the comb over.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
he's bringing back the comb over. I liked it. I like the new look. For whoever it was, I forgot who it was. I think it was Leopoldo that said that America was playing at 50%. After they scored that first goal, I'm sorry, they were feeling themselves. They were pushing that high line, and they opened themselves up for the counter. And that's why we scored, because they got extra aggressive. They really wanted to put in that second goal. So don't say that they were playing at 50%. They wanted that second goal, and we took advantage. It went Suarez to Messi to Alba, back to Suarez, and Suarez with a little chip centered to Messi, finish it with his head. And you'd love to see Messi getting headers.
Yeah, I mean, Mike V said he was wearing a hair system. So that kind of helped him with his header to get that goal, which you don't see many headers from Messi, but like when they come, they hit.
You know what's funny is that I think that last year, correct me if I'm wrong, he ended the season last year. Our last goal last year was a Messi header.
I think it might have been. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to
score with the header, and that's when Guzan got pushed into the net. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. And so if he ended last year, the last goal we scored was a Messi header, and then we started this year with a Messi header. There you go, Mitch. Yeah, against Atlanta. So there you go. Messi doesn't get many headers, but he ended last season with one, and he started with one this year. So look at that.
Yeah, right here. Left off. Yeah, Mitch is saying it was against Atlanta. We got Joe Rako saying yes. Carrie saying yes. Yep. Jack Hart saying yep. So you're on the money right there.
Look at that. So what a way to start the season, right? Picked up right where you left off.
Yeah. I mean, so we ended up scoring, tie the game. So I'm like, okay, this is nice. This feels nice, right? We're supposed to be projected to get our asses kicked by this, godly team here, right? And shout out to Mr. Krabs. Like the video, guys. Come on. Literally takes 2 seconds to just press that like button.
Yeah, like, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.
So we go to halftime, and then when we come back, literally everybody in the world plus the referees are waiting for this team to come
weird,
back from the locker room. Like I've seen this from other games too, but like this was ridiculous. This was a preseason game.
Yeah, that was weird. And everybody in the Discord was wondering if anybody was even going to come back out. Like if, for example, well, maybe it's the B team, but
yeah,
they were wondering if Messi and everybody would even come back out. How long did that take? That took like an extra 5 minutes or so for them to come out, right?
Well, on top of the 15 minutes that they typically take for halftime, it took like an additional 10, 12 minutes.
You know what's funny is that on the Discord, I saw somebody say that they're probably beating Chelo's ass in the bathroom stall. And I don't know why that made me laugh when I read that. The Chelo hate it needs to be studied. I don't get it.
So everybody's just like ground and pounding Chelo.
That's what they were saying in the Discord. I don't know why.
Just getting his ass beat in the stalls. Like, that's terrible. Well, I mean, they finally come back, and then Club America decides to say, all right, that's enough of the starters. We're going to start bringing in our B team in. So they make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 substitutions.
Tommy's asking them what happened. I have a feeling somebody must have been taking a dump.
No way, dude. You think somebody was taking a dump and they were like, we're collectively not leaving this locker room?
Well, because they can't start. Because they can't start the game without him. Because if you're gonna wait for anybody,
Messi taking the dump.
Well, like you're not gonna go out on the pitch with 10 people and be like, "Hey, our 11th will come back in a minute. He's taking a dump." So you all just wait in solidarity.
Yeah, but what if it's Messi? Like, and the ref sees that it's Messi. What if you all come out and you leave Messi in the stall? You think the refs will be like, you're gonna have to sub Messi out?
No, they wouldn't have told us to. They would have let us play with 10. I'm just saying, it would have been weird to start with 10 people and you just wait.
Yeah, but imagine like, what if Messi comes out with like toilet paper in his cleats?
All right, so how about we take it the other way? How about we think maybe Inter Miami and Javier Mascherano are so arrogant that they're like, fuck it. We're still discussing what we're going to do in the second half in the next 15, 20 minutes that our starter is still in there. They could fucking wait.
But that's dumb though. It's a preseason game. This isn't a regular. Right. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but they only have 4 or 5 games to get ready for the first official game.
So you think that they're like numbers?
They're like Messi, Suarez, Robert Taylor. You 3 are getting subbed out in the next 20 minutes. This is what I want to work on in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's time to get onto the pitch. Like, no, hold on. I'm still explaining this. We're still having this conversation. They could fucking wait. Do you think that's what happened? Is it either that they took a crap and they're waiting for somebody to finish taking a crap, or they're just arrogant and they're like, you know what? Whatever. They could fucking wait.
The only way I'd say that it's the latter is because it doesn't matter because it's preseason. So the ref's going to be like, whatever. It's preseason. I just want to go the fuck home. Like, that's the only reason, right? Unless somebody came out and told him somebody's taking a dump, you got to wait.
All right. So we're going with they were just, you know what? Too bad you have to wait. We're still discussing, but we want to work on in the next 20 minutes that our starters are still going to be out there.
Yeah, that's too long to be taking a dump for. Like, you should have planned your dump a little bit better.
So it wasn't a bowel movement. They were just trying to figure out for the next 20 minutes.
All right. Game planning. Yes.
Game planning.
So 7 subs, I think, in the first minute of the second half.
I have a question for you. Marasovic said that that's not arrogant.
Not arrogant.
I mean, Club America was out there when they were supposed to be out there. I understand that it's a friendly, but you have a set time to be out on the pitch again. I'm not hating that they did it, but I'll call a spade a spade. If they're like, you know what? I know we're supposed to be on the pitch already, but they could wait, even though the other team's already on the pitch. Don't say that's not a little arrogant. Come on.
Well, it is kind of arrogant because it's like, look, we have Messi, so like you're gonna have to wait, and people are still gonna wait.
Oh, this is a good one right here. What about this?
Or simply, Club America, we're taking selfies with Messi. This makes a lot of sense.
There you go. I like what Ziad's thinking. There you go.
Because if you notice, when Messi came out, one of the young bucks for Club America like dapped him, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're Messi," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fucking Messi." He's like, Then you see his friend in the background, like, "Oh my God, you fucking Messi." So maybe they all were like taking selfies and stuff. Maybe that's why they came out, just started kicking the ball or whatever.
Let me tell you something. Rocco better be buying Aviles dinner right now, because if it wasn't for that PK shootout, everybody will be killing Rocco right now. But let's get into the second half before we start breaking down the players individually.
7 subs for Club America, 0 for us. We start the second half. And essentially, it's kind of slow still in the second half. But, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I like that it looked like Inter Miami wants to press. I just don't know if Messi and Suarez are the guys to be pressing for an entire game. I mean, Fafa has the energy to do it.
Yes. And maybe that's why they put Taylor on the other side, because they know that the edge guys will be able to run up and press more. So I think that may be it, right? You keep Redondo and Busquets kind of central. Don't press up so high, because you know, Messi and Suarez are kind of up there at the top. And then you, with the wingers, you know, Taylor and Fafa, you can press a little bit better with them. Maybe that's the idea. So, I mean, look, Miami King is saying Mascherano waited the last 39 minutes to press. I'm not 100% sure about that. Like, he pressed at times, though, Miami King.
No, he pressed more than anything when the Young Bucks were out there after Messi and these guys.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that but what I'm saying is if that, he obviously wants to do it when he has the players out there to do it, right? That's why he did it with the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, is that something that he kind of wants to incorporate, or is he literally just gonna, because Messi and Suarez aren't subbing out during the regular season?
Yeah.
So is that something that he wants to incorporate or no?
Well, I mean, look, Upcode is mentioning here you press with young legs, duh. Like, yeah, of course. But that's why you have, like I said, you can have like your hybrid where you have like the younger, faster pacer players like Fafa and Taylor, who aren't like old, and they could be able to press, but at the same time recover well. So I thought that it was a good play. I mean, we ended up getting scored on by that blunder pretty quickly after the half started, which...
Well, what did you think of that play? Because it was a cross. He got his hands on it. He just wasn't able to keep it in his hands.
So Redondo gets full-blown tackled. Right? He loses the ball. The Rocco's Modern Life loses the ball, fumbles it. And then Noah tries to clear it. But then Rocco's Modern Life tries to like do a dive, duck, something. And then the Club America player gets it, and he all of a sudden just slams it into the back of the net. Well, not slams it, but it trickles there.
Mr. Krabs is asking, didn't Tommy one time say Rocco Rios wasn't? Yes, he did. He said that that the Atlanta fans in general weren't fans of him. Atlanta was not sad to see him go. So I mean, that was a couple years ago. So I don't know if he's improved since then. That was a poor clearance. I did think Rocco got his hands on it. When was it? Oh no, Allen that was trying to clear it. He got his hand on it, and that's why he wasn't able to clear it completely. It was just bad communication back there, rough hands. Now, one thing that you could say, you could criticize Drake's feet work all you want. He has solid hands. If he's getting that ball, he's keeping that ball in his hands. That doesn't happen if Drake is out there.
All I'm saying is communication is hard to ask for in those matter of seconds. Like, you can't anticipate that there's going to be like clear, concise communication. That was literally like 3 seconds worth of madness. We can't chalk it up to communication. Can you chalk it up to communication? You can't do that.
I'm going to derail the show just for 30 seconds, okay?
Let's do it.
Mitch just said, Danny, Sporting Kansas City, our opponents for the Champions Cup next month, just lost to FIU.
No
I need to
way.
check this out.
Mitch, you are the greatest of all time. You are the GOAT.
Isn't this why I told you that we need to win?
There's no way. Danny, go verify that. Stop
I'm gonna check it right now.
And go verify that. SKU, Sporting Kansas City, a legitimate Major League Soccer team in the United States of America, lost to Florida International
No, I don't
University's
see that
soccer
anywhere.
team.
Let's keep going while I confirm this because I don't see it anywhere
Mitch,
yet.
we need links. Okay, I just called you the GOAT.
Yes, they lost 1-0.
Okay, all right. Soccer Daddy confirmed it. You're still the GOAT.
Yep, 1-0.
1-0. Florida International University.
Shout out. That's my university, by the way. Shout out Golden Panthers.
Yes, Carrie. Yes. Wait, like the university? Yes, like the university.
At this point, do we need to even take Messi to go play in Kansas City?
I mean, listen, I think we could brush off Emerson and have him play against Kansas City.
Let's bring on our FIU draft pick.
We could and destroy them with him.
Stancy. My alma mater also, Stancy.
Yeah, my name is Jeff. Is asking, Danny, did you take remedial classes there?
They don't offer remedial classes.
I think they did at some point.
At least they didn't when I was there. No, they didn't offer remedial classes.
I don't remember.
I don't know if they've changed since then, but all right.
All right. Runs with Wolves is saying, did y'all see Rocco's feet work, movement, confidence, so many other intangibles?
No,
listen,
I didn't.
No, listen, runs with Wolves, don't let that hill be the one you die on.
Yes. What I saw him do, I think Drake could have done. I don't think he was put under pressure very often.
No, I don't think so.
There were moments, but I didn't think that he necessarily did a magical job working out of it. Run said, damn, watch the replay. I will watch the replay. I mean, we have how many days until the next preseason game? We have like 10 days until the next preseason game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch it over so I could take a little more a closer look. But no, I wasn't necessarily. I'm not saying that I thought he was horrible, but I know what everybody's doing right now, right? Everybody's doing the Rocco Drake thing, and if that's the route you're gonna take, sorry,
you're gonna take a big fat fucking L.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the whole Rocco over Drake thing right now because from what I saw today, I can't say that I would take him over Drake.
Listen, Allen played great at center back, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay, so second half. Our starters out by the 65th minute, Alba and Busquets out 72nd minute. It was back and forth, chances here and there. When Leo Alfonso came on and brought some energy on the left side.
Absolutely.
And I really like what I saw from Leo Alfonso.
72nd minute.
I do think that he's going to bring us a lot of energy off the pitch whenever we suffer either some injuries or whatever. For people that are wondering about international breaks, there are no international breaks this year that we're going to be playing through. MLS did a pretty good job of not playing through any international break. Now, towards the end of the year, there's a chance that if we make it far in certain tournaments, that games will get rescheduled. And when they get rescheduled, they usually get rescheduled during those international breaks. So maybe for those games, we might need some depth to be tested. But outside of that, no international breaks to worry about. So we should be good. But I did like what I saw from Leo Alfonso. David Ruiz, I like what I saw from him. Look, for everybody that says that this is a plastic club and we're buying our way to the top and all that other stupid shit that they say, I'm sorry. This team, when you look at the young guys that they've developed, this team does a really good job of developing young talent. From David Ruiz to Leo Alfonso, Yannick Bright. I think that Inter Miami and their academy needs to get a little more credit.
So, but the one thing I wanted to mention, Danny, which first, before I mention it, they brought their whole squad officially off the field at the 62nd minute. We made our substitutions a little bit later than that. But when we brought our substitutions in, this whole thing changed. You had Fafa playing striker, Leo Alfonso playing left wing, you had Gresso playing right wing, you had Redondo somewhere in the middle somewhere, right? Hard Bulls Kai is asking who's our backup center forward. Listen,
it's going to be
nobody.
We're rumored to get Butcher. Oh my God, what's the kid's name? I forgot the Spanish kid that plays in Argentina's name.
Well, but while you look that up,
they're not on the roster right now. Our backup
Methus
striker is not on the roster.
Methus is bringing up something very concrete here. 300 people, guys. You guys are watching. You guys can't still press that button that's on the bottom left. Come on, guys. Yeah, it's a new guy that we just signed to play striker as a backup striker.
No.
You're telling me that you couldn't.
He hasn't signed yet. Oh, or maybe Allende. I guess Tadeo Allende. I guess technically could play. He usually plays out in the wings, but he could be the backup striker also.
Farias as a backup center forward? Come on. Oh, man. Not Farias as a backup center forward. I'd rather have like Taylor or Fafa play as center forward than them.
Well, a couple things. I guess we're done talking about the first. Oh, well, I guess we could talk about the second goal.
Well, the second goal was a beautiful corner by Gressel, right? And a nice header by Toto Aviles. I mean, the pass was just phenomenal. Last minute, we finally were able to tie this game up to lead us to a win in a preseason shootout.
Which we did not realize was going to be the case.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So we tied the game. We got the PKs. We won in PKs technically. It still officially goes down as a draw. So how are you feeling after the game is over?
So after the game is over, I feel like I have a couple more questions than answers.
Okay.
What's the deal with Taylor? What are we doing with Gressel? It felt really awkward. Bright, again, I felt like he played so great throughout the season last year, and he's coming off the bench.
He's going to be the man out, man.
I think the fact that I have more questions than answers bodes well for the team, because that's a good problem to have, right? Javier Mascherano having more options than he can sort of tinker with. Look, Taylor, everybody said in the beginning, look, my name is Jeff. This is unacceptable. Taylor can hit the road, unacceptable, right? Now, here's the thing. Everybody was shitting on Taylor before we started the stream. But, like, let's look at one thing. They worked everything mostly through the left. Taylor was literally just put on the pitch to pressure up. He got the ball like twice or three times. One of them was a beautiful, beautiful pass straight to Fafa, and Fafa fumbled it.
Well,
out of the 2-3 times he had it, one of them was a beautiful cross pass, and Fafa fucked it up. I am being objective, Methus. He had it 3 times.
I will tell you that because Club America dominated the possession, we didn't really get to see too much of Taylor. It took a while for Messi to get on the ball because they held possession. And look, I can't say this enough. This is our first preseason game. We've been in training for 4 or 5 days. This team is ready to go. They're technically 2 games into the season already, even though that first team hasn't played. But they just won the championship 3 weeks ago. They're 3 times defending champions. This team is supposed to look better than us. I told our guest Ivan the other day, if you guys don't dominate us, you guys aren't as good as you think you are, because we are literally playing our first preseason game. We've been off for 2 months. We've been training for 4 days. We have a brand new player that hasn't played with us, Fafa, here. There's so many reasons as to why America should have looked better, and we held our own. And then, yes, we didn't look perfect. They held possession. We couldn't get the ball to our final third for the majority of the first half. I get all that. But again, this is what's supposed to be the best team in North America. And think about this. The fact that we drew 4 games of training, first preseason game, we drew with the best team in North America, and now we're about to go play against a team in Peru, then a team in Honduras, and then I might be missing another game, and then Orlando. Like, we started with the hardest competition to get warmed up. We're going to look much better our next game.
I mean, Mr. Krabs is saying Club America should have lit us up, but they didn't. And Absolutely. That's why we told our guest, We told our guests that if you don't light us up, it's going to be a wrap for you guys. Mike B saying here, Danny, Club America sucks and Inter Miami is winning the Club World Cup. Absolutely.
No, that's not what I said at all. But
no, that's what he said.
But I will say Club America didn't impress me. At least their first team didn't impress me because I thought they would look better. The two guests, we were on the show and there were two hosts there on the Club America podcast. They both said that they were expecting at least 4 goals because they thought that they should dominate because of the circumstances. And look, today is technically the 19th of January now. In 10 days, we play against Universitarios in Peru. From now till then, we'll have a week and a half of training. We have a game under our belt. And we'll have new reinforcements. We're going to have Allende. We're going to have Segovia. We're going to have Falcon. And we might have 1 or 2 other players joining us anyway. So I think that this is just the start. This is literally just the first game. And this is a good start, I think. I think this is a really good start for the start of the preseason, for the start of the 2025 year. I think that what we saw today, yes, there were blunders. Maybe some players look rusty, and we're going to get into the players specifically in a second. But
yes, please.
All things considered, I think that today was as good as it could have been given the circumstances. And this has given me a much more positive outlook. Even though I felt pretty good going into this year, I feel even better after what I saw today.
There's a lot of players. There's people that are headhunting out here in the chat. And of course, we want to get to our Que Pena awards.
Well, let's go to the positives first.
Okay. So positives in terms of positives out of players or positive?
Players. I'll start. Fafa.
Okay.
I thought Fafa looked good.
Okay.
Yeah, that saucy nutmeg.
Yes.
You can see the difference he's going to make with his speed down the left side. So I thought I liked what I saw from Fafa. I don't think he's going to be a starter. I know Alex Finley was on with us. She thinks that he will be. Maybe he will be. I don't think so. But I think that he's going to make a great sub if he comes in as a sub, even if he's a starter. I really like what he showed today. This is just his first game with the team. Again, only 4 days into training. I like what I saw from Fafa. So that's a positive for me. Aviles also. For everybody hating on Aviles, I thought Aviles had a good game.
This is something super weird by Ziad Khalaf. Can someone explain the mystery behind Messi's free kicks? Why does Fafa attempt to take the free kick when the whole world knows it's supposed to be Messi? Like, even the commentator was like, Fafa, I don't think he knows that there's a hierarchy when it comes to these penalty kicks. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Fafa? You just flew in like 6 days ago, bro.
They're experimenting. This is the preseason.
Like, he's there like faking. Like, you're not faking anybody out, buddy.
Yeah, but they have to put a little mystery into what they're doing. I'm not hating.
I guess. So you give like a positive thing for Fafa then.
And Aviles.
Fafa and Aviles. So, I mean, I don't want to repeat what you said then because I was going to go with Aviles.
Okay.
But aside from that, I do think that Busquets played a pretty decent game. I thought that he played a pretty good game. Very good passing. He found Messi in a lot of really nice places, good pockets, and he didn't expose us as much as he had in some games last year. And I think it was because he was making up for our defense, for the holes in our defense. But I felt like he was able to work a little bit more comfortably in the middle.
Well, and he didn't necessarily push up as far as he was last year either. I think that
he left that for Redondo.
And one of the first times that we finally got the ball to our final third, it was a Busquets pass where he kind of broke the line with a beautiful pass. I don't know if that was to Fafa or to Alba, or maybe even Messi. I think it might have been to Messi. But I think Busquets also had a good game, yes.
I think, and look, Miami King, I have a question for you because you say Busi was good after 30 minutes, which is, yes. After like 20, 30 minutes is when he started. 30
minutes, we didn't look good. We as a team, we didn't look good.
But now, isn't it a good thing to not be noticed until you do something really good? Right? Like, I mean, people noticed Redondo early because he had a couple passes that he didn't complete or were robbed. So, like, you didn't notice Busquets, but it's not like you didn't notice him because he was doing poorly. I mean, Erwin, you're saying I love the bad player. Did you think that Busquets played bad? Erwin, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me?
I thought the team in general didn't look great the first 30 minutes, but again, first preseason game, 2 months off, 4 days of training. We're just rusty. Like I don't think that it was too bad. I'm not worried about what I saw the first 30 minutes. I'm glad at what they showed against. Well, again, I can't say it enough. What's supposed to be the best team in North America. I think we are good right now.
And this is huge here. Amanda pointed 100%. It out right here. This is a great comment. Dime of the day right here, Amanda. We didn't have the ball for the first 30 minutes, it felt like. Which is true.
We couldn't. So, but that's why it looked like Robert Taylor and Messi and everybody were just missing in action the first 30 minutes.
Listen, the possession, they had 65% possession of the whole game.
Yeah. But again, it was if you would have checked that after the first 30 minutes, I don't know if there's any way to check that exactly, but I'm sure it was even worse the first 30 minutes.
Oh, for the first 30 minutes, it had to be like 80-20, maybe.
Yeah, something like that, because it was pretty bad. All right. So good.
Yeah, that was my sort of like positive on as far as a player is concerned.
And if you're watching, do us a favor and like the video or subscribe if you haven't already. That would be awesome and do us a great help. All right. So let's move on to la Que Pena award. Now, I see a lot of Chelo hate. I've seen some Robert Taylor hate. I've seen some Drake hate for some reason. He wasn't even there. I saw who else did I see some hate on? I saw a couple of Aviles, even though those have calmed down a little bit. If you had to pick a Que Pena award, and I saw a lot of Redondo hate. That's right. Who's getting the Que Pena award for you?
So, guys, I mean, put the names out there of who you think gets the Que Pena award.
They've been putting it on our show.
Dennis says Rocco's Modern Life gets it. Marasov is saying Toto sucked. Soccer Daddy Redondo. Many people saying Taylor. I mean, Christoph Upcode is saying Christoph. He wasn't even there. He's probably somewhere else right now looking for a geez, Tata is still getting like what? Tata is not even here anymore.
Redondo, Chelo. I see Tata. I don't know if people are meaning to say Toto or they're just saying Tata just because they want to shit on Tata.
I think maybe they write Toto and then their auto correct writes Tata because he's so bad that he's been put in this category so many times.
Or because Toto is a vulgar word if you have your Spanish keyboard.
I'm going to tell you, and this is probably going to be something for you to argue about, but there's a reason why I'm picking this person as a Que Pena award, and it's Redondo. And the reason that I pick Redondo is because he has opportunities to look good, and he's taking time from Bright, who looked great last year, and I want to see more of. And he also had 2 blunderous passes that led Club America on a full-fledged attack on us. The obvious pick for me, other than Redondo, would be Taylor. Taylor would be the obvious pick because he was like essentially non-existent.
Yes, Taylor was non-existent, but it seems like, let's be real, okay? Because I used to kill Gressel for being non-existent in that right mid position. Yes,
there's your favoritism, guys.
But I honestly think that on this team, anybody that gets placed in right mid is going to be invisible. That's the conclusion I've come to realize, right? Because Chelo is either going to push the ball up and have overlapping runs with Messi, or Messi's
just going to be alive.
And then whoever's in that right mid position is just going to look like, just don't mess up. And that's your job. I think that that's what it is. Who's ever playing right mid is don't mess up. That is your job in this 11. Because Gressel went through the same thing. On the left side, you have Jordi Alba constantly pushing the ball up. They're working the ball on the left side. They work it from the left to the middle. and it feels like everybody's involved except for whoever's playing right mid. And so yes, but Taylor does have a tendency of disappearing though. Like he's done that in the past also.
I have the FUT Mob scores up here. Usually you're the one that asks this question.
I haven't looked it up yet. Well, let me get my Kipen award.
And guys, don't spoil it in the chat, please. Please.
I haven't looked yet. I'm going to go. Good timing, Luca. I'm gonna go with Rocco.
As the Kepena.
The way he gave up that second goal, I thought he can't do
amateur.
Drake wouldn't do that. That first goal, I also think Drake gets a hand on it when it's getting crossed to the back post. I think Drake gets a hand on that. Now, does that deflect over to somebody else and get scored anyway? Possibly, but I do think he gets a hand on that cross. I think Drake is better with his hands than from what I saw with Rocco. Again, that was only one game. And everybody's saying he made up for it in the PKs, though. That's fine. But I'm talking about the 90 minutes. That PK, whatever. I'm talking about the 90 minutes. I think that, yes, I'm going to go with Rocco. I think Drake would have done a better job.
So Mike V saying it was Redondo's fault. I think that if you're a goalkeeper and your job is to use your hands, you need to cast the ball.
Yeah. And I don't think that Redondo did have some blunders. That's fine. Diego Gomez used to have that a lot also before he finally got into rhythm. I think that Redondo hates a little over the top. He and everybody else is a little rusty right now. Noah Allen had a horrible – nobody's brought that up. And I hate bringing it up because I'm a big Noah Allen fan. But if you want to do that, Noah Allen gave the ball away in a dangerous position, and then Messi had to go ahead and foul the person before they got caught with their pants down. But nobody's bringing that up either. Like, it's preseason, guys. It's the first game. Allen gave the ball away. Redondo gave some balls away. That's what happens. So, no, I don't think that Redondo was the worst. I don't think he was the best, but I'm surprised at how much hate Redondo's getting.
All right, Erwin, this is wild. This is wild. Rocco much better than Calendar. Listen, he let off a blunder. And then Florida with the greatest comment of all time, Kepena award equals smoke bombs. Absolutely.
Yeah, very good. Yes, that's a good comment, Florida man.
So I'm going to ask you now, in the whole team, in the starting lineup, who do you think had the highest score?
Messi.
Messi had 7.1. The highest score was Aviles at 7.7.
Okay.
On FUT Mob.
I thought Aviles had a good game.
Who do you think had the lowest score?
Rocco
with 5.6. Who do you think had the second lowest score?
Hold on.
Other than
real quick. Erwin, would you pick your keepers based on their footwork or on their ability to stop shots?
I want to mention something.
He might have better footwork, but if I had to pick one, I'm picking the guy who's better with his hands than with his feet for my goalkeeper. That's just me.
I want to put that comment back. Because Erwin, I like when you comment. You're very passionate. You're very involved, and you have very strong opinions, and you give it to us when it hurts, right? But Erwin, I saw an interview of Rocco, and they asked him, what facet of goalkeeping do you think you're better? Are you better with blocking? Are you better with your feet? He's like, well, look, I'm better with my feet, but the object of being a goalkeeper is to block shots. So I need to make sure that I'm good in all facets of the goalkeeping position, which means that the priority is block damn shots. You can be as good as you want with the ball at your feet, but if you're not good at blocking shots, you're not a good goalkeeper.
Mathus, I don't think Drake is saving that set piece. He's coming down with that. Yeah, he's coming down with that ball. That doesn't slip out of his hands.
Yeah,
and I don't know what play football means, but my goalkeeper, I want. If I had to pick one, I'd pick the person that's better with their hands.
Erwin, so like what? If we've never played soccer, which we have, by the way,
football.
No, I'm saying it. Soccer. If we've never played soccer,
it's football,
which we have, by the way, does that mean that we do not qualify to know what a good goalkeeper needs to be a goalkeeper?
And Erwin,
true.
Look, yes, this is true.
Yes, this is true.
The system is playing with passes. Yes, okay, that's fine. But again, he's better at stopping shots. So I'd rather have that person. I'd rather have somebody that's good at both. But if I could only pick one, which is I think at the moment, unless Ustadi's good at both, I'm going with Drake. All right. Yeah. So you were talking about the foot mob
second
scores.
Foot mob. So we know that Edwin's boy, Rocco's Modern Life, is the worst. Okay. Who's the second worst on the team by rating?
Second worst?
Yes. Starter, well, not the whole team.
Yeah, no, they kept going down the Cello side, so I'm going to say Cello.
Cello with a 6.0 rating.
So it was Rocco worst and Cello second worst, okay?
Well, I mean, off the bench, Leo Alfonso got a 5.9 for I don't know what kind of reason.
Yeah, he probably lost a couple of duels or something.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, Cello as a starter was the second worst ranked player. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Very surprising. Very surprising. And Fafa Picot got a 6.4. I guess because of the time that he played versus the contribution he had throughout the whole game.
For everybody that hates on Cello, is it because they think that Lujan's going to be better?
Oh, man. Imagine he gets on and he's like not even that good.
Because the thing is, I get when people know the player, right? Like, I don't know. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head at the moment. But, like, if Jordi Alba was coming in, it's like, oh, we need Jordi Alba to play. I get it. We know who Jordi Alba is. Yeah. But, like, you guys are like, no, Cello's got to go. Let's get Lujan on there. We don't know what Lujan is. When Cello was coming in, everybody, we just go back to the episodes. Everybody's like, thank God Yedlin's gone. Let's get this guy Cello in here because Yedlin sucked. Like, the grass isn't always greener. Look, Thuck Fong was already saying Lujan is 100% better. Oh, maybe
hasn't even seen the pitch with us.
No, maybe Thuck Fong watches San Lorenzo games. Like, we don't know. Like, if you've seen him play, then maybe you know. And I am 100% with RJ. I want Frey also. That 100%. Frey was way better than Cello. Frey's the best right back I think we've ever had, honestly.
So, final thoughts, Danny. I'll give you my final thoughts. I was happy with the way that we came out to play in the beginning of the game in terms of like with the starters and stuff. I feel like there's, like I said, more questions than answers. I feel like maybe Mascherano's going to figure it out. I'm very surprised that we didn't bring in people off the bench until the second half. That was very Tata-ish, even though it was earlier.
I think it might have been because we have 10 days until our next game. Maybe. So he's like, you know what? Let's get as many in-game moments. Next game, I promise you, they're not going to play that much.
Yeah.
Just because they play on the 29th, and they play like on then like the 2nd, like right after. So it's like 3 or 4 days in between. So the next game, they're not playing a ton. They'll make an appearance, but they're not playing as much as they played today.
Yeah. And so what are your final thoughts in terms of this game? How did you feel about it?
I'm really pleased. I'm happy at what I saw just because, again, I feel like you need to look at this and take circumstances into account. We just started training 4 days ago. This was the first preseason game. We were playing against what's supposed to be, and I've said it a few times, it's supposed to be the best team in North America. They were going guns. They wanted to win this game. And as far as the crowd goes, it was a home game for them. Like, for so many reasons, I feel that they should have dominated this game. And technically, we won. Technically. So I feel like this is a great start to the season for us.
The Italia moment of the match. I think everybody can agree with her. The Morales PK win.
Okay. I think it was the Fafa nutmeg.
I actually like the Gresso cross to Toto.
Yeah, it was cool also because I thought the game was over. If anybody got on this stream before we scored that goal, you'll see that the thumbnail that was up said Inter Miami loses first game, 1-2. So I thought the game was over already. So yeah, that was cool also, just because. And you told me before, because I had stopped watching it. I thought the game was over.
Yes.
So there you
Absolutely.
go. So those are my final thoughts.
Is back.
My final thoughts were that this game ended as positive as possible. I thought that we did pretty good at given the circumstances, and
I was drunk.
Look, RL guarantees that Rocco's playing all preseason and Drake can go home. You know what? I've said it that I don't think Drake is going to start the season. I'd be not upset, but I think it would suck if Drake doesn't start the season, but it's because it's Rocco or Ustari that's dethroning him. I think that would suck, because I think Drake's better than both of them.
I think it sucks in Drake's position to be hearing about all of these new goalkeepers coming in, and like everybody is at that Drake out deal. Like everybody's there already. Everybody's like hibernating in Drake out land. Yeah. Like for him, this must be so frustrating. So,
and you know what? Let's finish it with this, because I don't think we really talked about this too much. Mascherano deserves some flowers for today. We really haven't brought him up too much. What did you think?
It's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was very vocal out there, and I like that.
I mean, look, anybody could scream, right? You want to be a goal. I think one of the qualities,
people, like if you watch Carlo Ancelotti for Real Madrid, he just doesn't say anything. He's just out there, just standing there.
But he has screamers, maybe.
No,
maybe he has guys that scream for him.
No, I like that Mash is El Jefecito is vocal out there.
Well, Carrie's saying that she likes his passion. Scott's saying he was good. Marasovic, I don't know about made changes in time. I guess it's the first game. I think it could have been made a little earlier. I would have liked it
a little earlier.
Yeah, I mean, it felt very Tata-ish. So, like, let's not do that just yet. We got to see a couple games. We need a bigger sample size. So, but like I said, if there isn't anything to say much, then didn't do that bad.
No. All right. Chris and Danny, does the U.S. men's national team call up? No, they probably wouldn't. And I think that would be an even bigger hit to Drake if he loses his starting position.
Well, he got injured.
He could probably lose that. Well, he doesn't really start for the U.S. men's national team, but he won't get considered at all, I think, if he
loses his starting spot.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's it, man. Again, 70 days away. I'm glad that we're back. This 10-day break is going to be pretty rough, because I got a little taste, but now we got to wait 10 days. But before we get off here, after the 10 days, then we have 4 days between the January 29th and the February 2nd game. Then we have 6 days between the February 2nd and February 8th game. Then we have 6 days between the February 8th and Orlando City on Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. And then after that Valentine's Day, we have 4 days until we play CCC. And then we're rocking and rolling like every 4 to 7 days. So the next 10 days is the longest football break as far as Inter Miami goes that you're going to have probably from now until December. Well, I mean, we'll have those international breaks, but I'm sure there'll be things in between. But these 10 days will be long, but we're about to get rolling, because after these 10 days, it's just constant football for the next 12 months.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Absolutely looking forward to this. I'm happy we're back. Any final words, Mr. KBD?
It felt good to see the boys out there playing again. And I mean, look, we'll have a longer stretch now, but you guys will be seeing us still rocking out, making some content this week and the next. So, stick around for that.
I'm going to watch this game back, and I'm literally just going to focus in on Rocco. I'm going to just focus in on Rocco. Every single movement. If he's on screen, I'm just looking at him, because everybody's been talking him up so much. I need to look at this. So that's it. And I'm glad that Messi scored. I feel like it's a guarantee. If he's on the pitch, he's scoring or he's assisting. And it's a beautiful thing because he is the GOAT and he is on our team. So we always have that to look forward to. Next time we play, we're going to have a lot of more new faces out there. So it's going to be exciting to see who we have out there. And yes, and it was nice to see those kits because they were fire. I have a feeling that the next time we play, we're going to have the pink stripes.
You think so?
Because they debuted January. I'll tell you right now, but before we get off, but they debuted the last week of January last year. So I have a feeling that we're gonna see it around that time this year. Give me 1 second while I filibuster here while I look for it.
Well, I can't wait until they actually post up the sweaters that they have, the black sweaters. I found it online. You got it?
Yeah, I already got it.
I was waiting for Fanatics to have it.
January 29th is when they dropped the new kit last year. So there's a good chance that we play on January 29th. I am almost 100% sure that the next time we're out there, the new kit will be available and they'll be wearing it next time they play. So it'll be cool to see that in the next 10 days also. Hopefully with black shorts. Shout out to RJ. All right, and I think that's it. We've hit our peak at 1 hour and 16 minutes, and we'll be back on Monday, probably talking a little more Rocco and whatever else happens from now until then. TikTok is banned. Yeah, sorry for everybody that likes TikTok. I never used it. I tried. I just wasn't able to, so I really don't care. But I've seen a lot of people crying about it, so oh well. All right, if you are listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, you guys are the best part of the show. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for the last 1 hour and 16 minutes. And we'll be back on Monday. So until the next one, have a good one.